What's going on? It's your main man, Rick Dawn. And I wasn't going to talk about it, but it's just so many people talking about it that, like, I have to, like, talk about it. You feel me? First thing I wanted to get out the way, that this episode is brought to you by Broken Heart Shirts. It's my clothing site. Go check it out for custom clothing. Go to bhshirts.com and just get fly out here in these streets. But first off, Tank did not lose this fight. If you know boxing, then what you also know is if the ref don't call it, it don't count. You know, it's just that simple. Like, yeah, you could be speeding in a car, but if a police officer don't stop you, you're not speeding. I mean, what's so hard about this, y'all? Why are we arguing about this? I keep saying all these people, it's rigged, it's this and that. And Tank didn't lose. You want to know why he didn't lose? Because the referee didn't call that a knockdown. Period. And like Roach said, like even without that part, you know, he still felt like he won. So Roach wasn't even counting on the whole knockdown fiasco. But that was not a knockdown because the referee didn't call it a knockdown. If you rob a bank, and I'm sorry for all these criminal analogies, but my name is Rick the Don. What do you expect? If you rob a bank and you don't get caught, you didn't rob a bank. I mean, you got caught by God, but I mean, as far as human realm, you didn't get caught. So it's what it's called. And then at one point in the fight, Lamont Roach took a knee. Y'all ain't gonna talk about that? Lamont Roach took a knee too. What was it, like round 10, something like that? He took a knee too. And the referee even said it. He was like, well, Tank can take a knee and not get it counted, and so can I. That's what the announcer said, the play-by-play announcer said about what Lamont Roach did. He took a knee as well. We ain't counting that? Okay. Was it called a knockdown when Lamont Roach did it? No. Why? Because the referee didn't call it that. All right. So that's my official statement on that. The next thing is, did Gervonta Tank Davis actually get knocked down when he took the little knee or whatever it was? This is bothering me, dog. The answer is no, man. I watched it in slow-mo. I watched it 100 different times. Something genuinely got in his eye. Now, I can't tell you why Tank Davis, with the IQ I thought he had, I cannot tell you why he actually took a knee. That was weird to me. I feel like he was in the moment, and I feel like he was high. You know, there was a whole bunch of pictures popping up in my feed of Tank smoking weed, smoking gas, as the post would say. Smoking gas before the fight, which is completely mind-boggling. This is how you know you've gotten so big that you've kind of lost tune with reality. Tank knows better, man. Like, what is Tank doing, bro? And I'm saying that as like a brother, not as a critic. Like, Tank, what the hell is you doing, bro? Like, you can't. Dog, I know you want to retire. I know you're tired of being decided. This is called king's fatigue. It's like when you've been a king so long, you're just looking for a loss, bro. But that's just dumb as hell, though. You know what I'm saying? You fought your ass off to get to this point in your life and your career. Why in the world would you risk it all in this fashion, bro? Smoking weed before a boxing fight is crazy. Weed dulls your senses. It makes you slower. And it takes the urgency out of your mind. And this is why I don't smoke weed, because I don't got time to be chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get $1 billion. I can't be chilling. And he showed all those signs in the ring. You can't be like that, bro. But let me talk about it. No, he did not go down. He was just high as hell. Okay, look, when Roach hit him with a shot, I watched him in that little moment, that little capsule-sized moment, and he genuinely had something in his eye. Genuinely. Okay, let's get that part out of the way. He genuinely had something in his eye. That wasn't like a fake. Now, he did get hit 2 times in that little moment where he got hit a couple times, and that's when he took that little weird knee. But the punches that he got hit with were not knockout punches. They were not punches that I think affected him in that way to make him want to try to cheat and act like he got knocked down. It wasn't that. What it was is he was high, he got something in his eye, and he made a split decision, and his natural impulses were to go for a knee, which was weird. Now, should he have gotten counted or got an 8 count? Yes. Did he? No. So therefore, it's not a knockdown, and we don't have to waste a lot of time talking about it. But what it does do is create a lot more drama for the next fight. Okay? Now, let's say the whole take a knee fiasco never happens. Do I think Tank Davis lost the fight? No. I think the referees, the judges got it absolutely correct. Because Lamont Roach didn't get active and start taking over the fight until round 7. You know what that means? For 7 rounds, Tank had control of the fight. Okay? So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That means Lamont Roach pretty much dominated 6 rounds, and I'm going to give the first 7 to Tank Davis. And if you don't see it that way, then perhaps you see Lamont Roach taking 6 rounds, Tank Davis taking 6 rounds, and 1 round being a draw. How you want to slice it up? Because however you want to slice this pie, that's pretty much how I saw it. I saw the first 7 rounds. No, I say the first 6 rounds go to Tank, and then Lamont take over at round 7. What is that? 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how to count, bro. If you can't tell, I don't know how to count. Okay, so I think what is that? 4 rounds to 6. It was 10 rounds. Yeah, I can't undo it now. It's live. It's stuck in there forever. If you want to get like some points, I know some people just live off points. Go ahead and hit the comment section. Say, Rick, you know the count. Go ahead. I'll let you have it. You probably need it. Look, so put it like that then. Tank got the first 6, and then Lamont got the last 4. 6-4, which is a higher number. So I don't think that Lamont Roach won. I think he came in there and he kicked some tail, though. I'll give him that. I say Lamont definitely kicked some tail. He did a good job. He did what nobody thought he could do, which was just make the fight compelling. I felt like he could do it. I'm gonna tell you why I felt like he could do it, because he kept saying over and over again, I know Tank. And I'm from where Tank is from. I'm from the same cloth that Tank is from. And man, let me tell you something. Nobody is going to challenge you like that person that's from where you from, know your secrets and all that. Like that person is the person that you don't want to, I feel like if Tank could do this all over again, he would not have, if he could see the conclusion of what happened, he would not have picked Roach, because Roach knew everything about him. He knew what he knows what he's made out of. You don't want to go against somebody who knows how you are made. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be or come off as like one way to the world, but when somebody knows your background and they know how you operate and how you were made and how you were constructed, know your ingredients, they know like your instructional manual and all that. Yeah, that's not good. It's not good, especially in a boxing match that you're not, coming in ready to fight in. You're coming in high and stuff like that. That's not it, Tank. I'm so mad at Tank, man. Not because of what you think. I'm mad because I felt like he didn't take it seriously. Like, I don't think for 1 second that Tank is going to lose the rematch. I think Tank is going to win a rematch. I feel like this reminds me of that Floyd fight when he fought Luis Chavez or something. I forget his name, and you know who I'm talking about if you're a boxing person. It was the one fight that Floyd Mayweather like legitimately lost. So he ran it against Luis Chavez. I'm just gonna call him that for right now. And then everybody thought that Floyd lost, myself included. Floyd came back, fought him in a rematch, and dominated him. So, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what this is. It's like Tank wasn't taking Big Dog serious. Big Dog showed him that he's a big dog, and now I think he's going to come back. He's going to be sober. He's going to be ready to rock and roll, and he's going to beat him probably in decision. I don't know if he's going to knock him out. That Roach is tough, like a roach, ironically. So, but no, I think that Tank really has something in his eye. I think without that fiasco, it would be a draw. I don't see any scenario where Lamont Roach wins, and I'm going to tell you why. Tank is the champion. You can't beat the champion by decision, bro. Like, everybody knows that. You're not going to beat. You can't dethrone a champion in decision, bro. If you're going to dethrone a champion, you got to actually go out there and make it so one-sided that it's just obvious. And it wasn't. I think the first 6 rounds could have easily all gone to Tank. All right. And then Lamont started to wake up in round 7. And if you want to give Lamont Roach all 4 rounds, so be it. But I still think that Tank was very competitive in those last 4 rounds. I don't think he won them, and I definitely don't think he won them decisively, but I think he was competitive in those last 4 rounds. So you got to forgive me. I don't know if I see the fight as Lamont Roach having been the victor. I think that it was a strong and competitive fight, and the judges got it right. Okay, knockdown or no knockdown for Tank. Because if you're going to call that a knockdown, then fine. You got to also call what Lamont Roach did a knockdown, which would be stupid, right? I don't want no excuses. So if Tank didn't actually get knocked down, I don't want that to be called a knockdown. I appreciate Steve Willis, the referee, for not calling that a top knockdown, but he did get in his grill. He did say, "Hey man, you know what that looks like." He did give him the benefit of the doubt, and that's the kind of referee I like. I like a referee that's human. You know what I'm saying? Because that could have been some little like nut chaser trying to make a name for himself, like, "Hey, 1, 2, 3," counting out Tank Davis. and something like that. You see what I'm saying? And it would have took away the spirit of the fight. You see what I'm saying? So let's negate that little mishap and let's see what they can do squared up in this in a square circle. Let's see what can happen. So I'm glad he didn't count that. I'm so glad he didn't do that. But yeah, I don't think Lamont Roach won the fight. I think it's exactly what it was. It was a draw. And I'm gonna tell you right now, a draw against Tank is a win. Okay, do you not understand that? Nobody even gets like the number of fighters that actually get to the 10th round against Tank Davis. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So if you can get to the 10th round, first off, that's a moral victory. Check. And then if you can leave that fight with a draw, which is think about it. That's a win, bro. Lamont Roach did win. He won the moral victory. You see what I'm saying? He won the moral victory. Hold up. Of course you. Hey, babe. Dawn here. She about to pull up to the front door in about like 3 minutes. Open the door for me. Yeah. So like, bro, Lamont Roach did win because he was able to go all 10 rounds against Tank. 1, survived 2. Bro, I'm not about to answer the phone. Just do what I tell you to do. He survived 2. I can't answer the phone. I'm live. Just open the door when she get there. She'll be there in like 3 minutes. So look, Lamont Roach survived. That's a win. He did not get knocked down at all. Everybody thinks he's knocked down Tank. And then on top of that, as if that wasn't enough, he got a draw. I mean, when you get a draw against Tank, bro, that's a win. I'm sorry. So when Lamont Roach looks at his record, he should see that draw as a dub, bro. It's called a moral victory. That's what we call that. We don't call that a real official sanctioned victory. It's a moral victory. That means, bro, that's like I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened and how you look at this fight. If you got a bully in your neighborhood, right? You got a bully in your neighborhood and he always terrorizes everybody. And then when he comes around to you, like y'all squabble up and you don't necessarily beat him to a pulp, but you gave him some get back and you didn't get knocked down, and then the fight ends. You didn't probably beat him, but it's a moral victory because nobody even did what you did to him before. You know exactly what I'm talking about if you from the hood. Like if you from the hood, you really hood, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's been me plenty of times. When I'm supposed to like take an L because I'm fighting against a bigger guy or a little gangster in the neighborhood, and I squabble with him, and it's like, damn, Rick actually Rick survived. That's what it was. It was like, yo, Rick survived. So that's how I got my name. You wanna know how I got my name? Because I survived like fights I'm supposed to lose. I survived battles and street wars I was supposed to lose. But I was just, you know what I'm saying? It's called Jesus Christ, bro. Let me tell you. Yeah. Jesus Christ is the reason I survived those things. And they was the guys who I was battling against was so confused, like, why is he still here? Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. That's why they can't see me. I'm like, they're like, yo, how is David surviving against Goliath? Jesus Christ. That's how. You feel me? My Lord and Savior. I love him. So check it out. That's what happened, bro. Lamont didn't win. I'm gonna tell you why he didn't win again, just in case you missed it. You just jumping in. He didn't win because the referee did not count that as a knockdown. Thank goodness. That would have been a robbery. Like if you're a real boxing fan, you don't want to see a fight like that where the referee is overzealous. You don't want to see that. So thank goodness that was not called a knockout. Number 2, Gervonta Davis did have something in his eye. Okay, and he was high as hell. That's why he did that dumb kneel thing. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if he just ran to the ropes and said, "Hey, I got something in my eye, I got something in my eye," you know how Tank is. He's very jitterbuggy. If he would have just went to the ropes and said, "Hey, I got something in my eye, I got something in my eye," you know how Tank is. He's very jitterbuggy. If he would have just went to the ropes and said, "Yo, get this on my eye, get this on my eye," and then take that stupid kneel, half of the people talking about this being a knockout wouldn't even be saying this because he just ran to the freaking ropes and get somebody's eye, which is still weird. It's still weird. But because he's high, you know what I'm saying? He thinks it's normal. This is why I don't smoke like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is why like smoking is like a once a year thing for me. Because I don't want to be looking stupid out here, bro. And that's what it looked like. You can't do that in the middle of a fight. And I don't think he was even thinking, bro. He was high. That's what happened. And Lamont Roach was sober and ready to kill. You see what I'm saying? You can't come into a fight high when the other person is sober and ready to kill you. You feel me? It just don't work that like it don't work like that. But he wasn't cheating. He actually had something in his eye, and unfortunately, he made a stupid decision to take what looked like a knee. All right, that was a dumb decision. But he genuinely had something in his eye. People should probably think, oh, Tank was about to get knocked out, so he was trying to bounce and stuff. That is not what happened, bro. Tank was high, and he literally has something in his eye. It rhymed for a reason, bro. When things rhymes, they got to be true, bro. Everybody know that. When things rhyme, it's because they true, bro. All right? He was high, and he literally has something in his eye. It rhymed for a reason, bro, because it's true. And because he was high, he made a dumb decision. Period. That's what happened, bro. That's what happened. And, you know, when Tank sobers up, he's going to feel like the biggest idiot because he's going to say to himself, how did I allow this to happen? Because let me tell you something. Tank feels like crap right now. Let me tell you something about like that era of boxer, that Mayweather, that Adrian Broner, that Gervonta Tank Davis era of boxer. That old means so much to them. All right, it means so much to them. And when they lose that old man, it destroys everything, bro. It destroys all their motivation. I'll be surprised if Tank can kind of regather himself and still come in and win. Because when Floyd lost with when Floyd lost against Luis the Santos, I can't remember that man's name. When he lost against him, it was counted as a win for Floyd. But if it was a draw, I don't think we would have the Floyd Mayweather we have today. The same thing happened to Deontay Wilder when Deontay Wilder took that first, a draw against Tyson Fury. Remember when that happened? Before that draw against Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder was unstoppable. But when he got that draw against Tyson Fury, especially how it happened, like he had knocked Tyson Fury out, and he thought that the count was long, and it probably was. But again, it goes back to what I said at the beginning of this video. Who cares what you think? It's about what the referee did. If the referee counted slowly, then there's nothing we can do. You see what I'm saying? And if he counted, that's it. That's the end of the discussion. Because he counted slow, that's what happened. Tyson got a slow count. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. Because that's the referee. You got to abide by the law of the ref. It's kind of like you could be speeding every day, but if you never get caught by the police, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And that's just life. It's nothing you can do about it. But when Deontay Wilder got that draw against Tyson Fury, it destroyed his motivation. He was not the same fighter after that, which is why he took a loss in the next two fights. That's it, bro. And that's I think that could happen to Tank, because Tank is definitely drinking I'm the best of all time sauce. Tank is not hungry no more, bro. Like when I start hearing a boxer talking about I'm about to retire after this fight, I'm like, bro, well, just retire already. Because it's like, why are you telling us that before a fight, bro? And then did he get injured or something like that and they make the fight like they had to call the fight off? And then he kind of put the fight back on. I'm like, bro, you scared, man. This nigga scared, man. I was just like, bro, he's scared, man. And I'm not saying he was scared of Roach. I'm saying that he was scared of losing. He knew that this was going to be a tough fight, and he knew that this could be a difficult situation for him. He looked in Roach's eyes, and he saw that man was hungry, bro. And he was scared. Not scared of Roach, but scared of the moment, scared of losing. And then, unfortunately, because he was scared, he was anxious. And because he was scared and he was anxious, he doing stupid stuff like smoking weed before the fight. And because he smoked weed before the fight, he doing dumb stuff in the ring like taking knees, bro. Like, this is why every decision you make is so important, bro, because it's not just an isolated decision, okay? You scared, you get anxious, you start smoking, you do something dumb in the middle of the freaking ring, and then now you got to draw on your record. And now you're definitely, if you already was checking out, now you're really about to check out. You gave this man Roach this confidence that he's the king because he just took you to 10 rounds and he got a draw on you, bro. Come on, man. I'm so mad at Tank for this, bro. But I'm not mad though. I'm not mad because this is what's supposed to happen, bro. This is what happens in life. It's called checks and balances. You got to have these moments to keep people in check, keep people in line. Nobody is bigger than the program, bro. Nobody is bigger than the program. You know what the program is? The program is cause and effect. Whatever you do will have an effect. And nobody is bigger than that. Whatever you do will have an effect. That's why I be laughing at people that do crimes or do bad things and thinking they got away with it. Bro, there is not a thing that you've ever done in your life that you're going to ever get away with. You hear what I said? This is not just a boxing video. This is a life video, apparently. There is nothing you're going to do in your life that you're going to get away with. Everything you do, every single thing you do, at some point, that is going to boomerang back and get you, dog. There's not a such thing as I got away with that. Okay, you just got away with it for a little time. You ever seen Final Destination, the movie, bro? How they was able to avert death for just a little while, and pretty soon it came back and got all of them. Even the person that was considered the good guy of the movie, the protagonist, still got them too, because that's how life is, bro. There's nothing you're gonna ever be able to do, whether it be good or whether it be bad, that you're gonna get away with. You just prolonging the inevitable, dog. That's why when I live my life a certain way. I make sure that every single thing I do, I can accept the consequences when they come back. I don't care what it is, whether it's elbow my kids or whether it's like, swerve in front of somebody. Like, I know that it's coming back. I'm like, okay, I just gotta wait for that to come back. It's coming. I know what it is. So I try to live my life in a certain way. Like, don't do nothing bad, and if you do something bad, make sure it ain't too bad because you don't want to deal with it later because it's coming. You see what I'm saying? So, no, Lamont Roach did not win that fight. You kidding me? Are you kidding me? He got busy in the 7th round, bro. The first 6 rounds, Tank was doing exactly what he was supposed to do. Now, I will say, if I had, you said, yo, Rick, you have to pick a winner. There's no way that this can be a draw. Okay, I would give it to Roach. I'm going to tell you, the only reason I'm giving it to Roach, because he had, I think, 212 connected punches. I want to say 212. I might be wrong about a couple numbers. And he threw 400 punches, okay? And I'm always going to give the fight to the person who threw the most punches and connected the most. And both of those punch totals are true for Roach. Roach threw 400 and connected on 212. And I want to say, and I'm not going to even say because I don't remember, and I know somebody just waiting for me to get it wrong. Tank threw less punches and connected on less punches. But I don't think he didn't, for example, if Roach had 212, 211 punches, Tank had like 202, something like that. So the punch totals were off ever so slightly. And also, Tank was more accurate on punches thrown. Like, he threw less punches, but he connected more. Like, his punch connection percentage was higher than Roach's. But I'm always going to give it to the fighter who has the most punches and the most connections, because to me that signifies that Roach was more busy. He was busier. You feel me? So if you force me to pick a winner, I'm giving it to the fighter because it was so close in my eye test. I'm going to give it to the fighter who threw the most punches and connected the most, and that was Roach. If you're forcing me to pick, okay? But I am so happy with the draw because what it shows is Tank got outclassed by a fighter that was hungry. And that's the way it was supposed to be. We don't have to worry about the world and the universe trying to correct the wrong because it was already done correctly. Now, what happens is they come back and they do it again, and Tank comes in more focused. And I believe, I don't know, but I think Tank gets the job done because he's going to know what he's up against. Oh, I'm up against a real me. He's up against this fight wasn't Tank versus Roach, man. This fight was Roach versus Roach and Tank versus Tank. That's what this fight was. It was Tank. You think that you've reached the top of the mountain and you're starting to slow down and you're starting to you're getting a little lazy. So now you're going to have to face that. You're going to have to fight that. And for Roach, it was like everybody doubting you. Nobody thinks you're good enough. And are you going to allow that narrative to be true? That's all we are doing, man. We all fighting ourselves. That's it. There's no opponent in front of you. It's just you versus you. Tank, are you the fighter that you used to be? Are you better or are you worse? Are you over the hill? Are you better than Floyd? Are you officially at the top of the mountain where there's nowhere else to go but down? Tank has to fight that. Roach, are you someone who's a lesser version of Tank? You're not as good. You're not as strong. You're some little humbug. Your record is not as good as Tank. Or he had to fight that. And Tank lost his fight against himself, and Roach won his fight against himself. That's what you saw. That's what you saw. That's it. So now, when they come back and run it back for number 2, Tank is going to have to confront himself again. Hey, man, was that a fluke or was that real? And he's going to have to fight that. Roach is going to have to confront something too. Hey, was that a lucky night where Tank wasn't really focused? Or are you really better than Tank? He's going to have to fight that. And I think that Tank is going to win that fight. Because I think Tank, pound for pound, is better than Roach. And that's no slight to Roach. Because Roach proved me wrong too. I'm not going to sit here and act like I knew Roach was going to do that, like everybody else is doing. I thought Roach was going to be competitive and lose, period. I didn't know he was going to be competitive and level the playing field. And I also didn't know freaking Gervonta Tank Davis was going to be smoking weed before the fight. I'm so glad I don't bet, man, because I'd be pissed about that. I'd be trying to find his lawyer and trying to take him to court. Hey, man, you didn't tell me he was going to get high before the fight. You didn't tell me that, bro. What are you doing? And why is his freaking trainer letting him do that, man? Come on, Calvin. Now I ain't saying that as a gangster. I'm saying it as a friend. I don't want no beef with nobody on no freaking video. But come on, Calvin. You're a coach, man. Get them together. Take the damn glasses off with the little beads on it and go back to the old Calvin for like 2 fucking days, man. What's going on? What's going on here? Why is you letting him do that? You wouldn't dare let him do that if this was year one. Come on, man. Come on, Tank. What is you doing? Dang it, dude. Man, shout out to Roach, man. Shout out to Roach, bro. I'm so mad at Tank for that. Because, like, I know I don't look at these people as celebrities, man. I look at these people as people, bro. So I'm looking at Tank like, bro, what is you doing? You got a chance to be great, dog. What is you doing? Why would you fight? Why would you smoke before a fight? You're gonna lose. I don't care. You can fight against Joe Smoke. If you high, bro, you might lose, bro. What is you doing, Tank? Damn. But no, he didn't lose, man. He didn't lose. Who keeps saying that? Like, bro, he didn't lose the fight. What is you talking about? He didn't lose the fight. It was a draw. You want to know how I know it was a draw? Because it's a draw on the record book. You want to see who right? You saying he lost. You saying Tank lost. I'm saying it was a draw. Now go Google it and see who right. Because I know I'm right. All right, it was a freaking draw. It shouldn't have been. Okay? Depending on who you ask. Maybe I'm going to tell you what's happening here, bro. And I'm going to leave out this video because I'm tired. What's going on is Gervonta Tank Davis fatigue. Somebody has been at the top for so long. People want to just see him die. They want to see him crash and burn. That's what happened when you're successful so long in the black community. We know that already. Come on, man. Are we going to play dumb or are we going to play stupid? Which one? I'm not about to do either. Everybody know what happens when you're at the top in the black community. Everybody want to see you crash and burn. Everybody. Tank Davis has been the king for so long. People want to just see him crash and burn. So Lamont Roach can get active in round 7 and have a competitive fight where they're both swinging and hitting and connecting. Because Lamont Roach did not just start dominating in round 7. I watched the fight twice. He didn't just start dominating Tank so bad that like Tank just started looking like a weasel on a tipsy turvy unicycle. No, Tank didn't just start getting completely sloppy. Yeah, he took some shots, but he gave some shots too. Was you paying attention? And did you see how he looked in the post fight? Lamont Roach had a little mark on his face. Tank didn't have nothing. Think about that. I'm a fighter, bro. I fight from time to time. You see what I'm saying? So I know what happens in a fight. When you're in a fight, if you come out clean and the other person got a mark, bro, that's a loss too. You know how it is if you're a fighter. If you fight in the hood, bro, you know exactly what it is. When the fight is over, everybody assess both of the people's face. If one person got a whole bunch of scratches on their face and the other person don't, or a lot of bruises, everybody already know what that is. Like, oh, you took some punches, big dog. Lamont had a little mark right here. Tank didn't have nothing. Think about that. Now think about it. If you're talking about real fighting, think about it. We ain't talking about boxing. We're talking about fighting now. Okay? And that's what happened. Tank has been at the top for so long, everybody want to just see him fail. That's what really took place. So Lamont Roach did a little bit, and it made everybody blow up. Like, oh, you know how black people is. They tired of seeing Tank at the top. So it don't take a lot to excite people about somebody who went against them. And if we're being real, objectively, Roach didn't do enough to dethrone a champion. Are you kidding me? Be realistic. Now, you talking crazy. Did Lamont Roach make the fight competitive? Absolutely. Did he do enough to make Tank have to give a whole belt? You know what a belt is? Like, he didn't get dethroned in that capacity. Tank didn't just come in round 7, 8, 9, 10 with his hands behind his back. He was throwing. Did you see the fight? He was throwing punches. He was connecting too. It was an exchange. And even at the end of the fight, what happened? What did the play-by-play person say? He said, I got Tank up by 1. I think he said the fight was, as he counted it, for the entire fight, 115 and 113. Tank. Think about it. So that's somebody that's at the fight who actually knows how to call fights. He still had Tank up 115 and 113. What that means is, on an unofficial scorecard, he said that Tank won by 2 points. Think about that. Now, go ahead and count the knockout. And it's what? A draw. Just about. It's either Tank wins by 1 point or it's a draw. You pick your poison. Either way, Lamont Roach didn't win that fight. He made it competitive, and he won the moral victory. I'll give you that. But officially, it was the exact right call. You know, I'm not a big fan of draws. I think they're a coward's way of giving, the people what they want. Bro, the fact that they called this a draw, Lamont Roach won already. The moral victory. He's the king of the community. He's the king of the black community right now. Until he gets so big that everybody want to see him lose. That's just how we are. We are cannibalizers of our own people. Let's face it. We're not going to play games here. We're going to call it what it is. I don't play games. I know y'all want me to be, hey, yeah. No, I don't do that. That's why I'm Rick the Don, bro. That's why I don't got no friends. because I keep it real, and people don't like that. So no, Tank didn't lose to the Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach just came in, got busy, and he did enough to excite the people. That's it. That's it. No, Tank Davis did not get knocked down in round 7. He got some in his eye. He was how he did something dumb. That's it. That's it.